Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? My name is Coach Dawn Allen, and I am the CEO of Stay Sexy Wellness. How's everybody doing out there today? Today, before Thanksgiving, how is everybody doing out there today? Wednesday, November 26th. And I know I was out there today. It wasn't too bad. People are shopping and buying their turkeys and buying all the little condiments they forgot to get. And it's nice. It's nice to see people. And they were really happy today. They wasn't really too bad. They were friendly. So they're getting ready for that big day tomorrow where everybody gets together and then really share that brotherly love. I love to see that. So if you can, please put in the comment section where you are hailing from. I love to say hello to you all. So please put it there. I love to see where you are calling from. And who am I? My name is Coach Dawn Allen, and I'm the CEO of Stay Sexy Wellness. And I help overweight middle-aged women who feel unworthy, forgotten, and unseen go from being stressed out to having energy, drive, and motivation by making small changes in their nutrition, their movement, and their self-care so they can become fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy, loving themselves from the inside out. Yes, I love that. And that is how I started Stay Sexy Wellness. And, let me tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. Well, I was a person who was I always felt overweight. I always felt body shamed, because I have a mom and a brother who are tall and thin, and I was never that person. I was always the larger one of the three, and I never knew till later on in life that I wasn't supposed to be. I was a curvy girl, and I never knew that till later on in life. I would have saved myself a lot of stress. But anywho, the doctor also said that as you get older, every year you might gain 1 or 2 pounds, and I gained about 60 pounds. And I knew I was overweight because I felt sluggish. I had no energy, I had no drive, motivation. I walked, my knees would give out, and I just felt horrible. I would hide behind people in pictures. I would have to hide behind somebody. I would wear certain colors. Excuse me, 1 second. I need to take this important phone call. 1 second, Mundo. Hey, you doing good, Mom? You good? Yeah, I just told Dara called in for a second. Okay. Well, I'm on live, but I'm glad this is my mom calling from Bermuda. She just had her surgery and she's doing well. I'm so glad. Thank you for calling. I'll call you when I get off the podcast. Mwah. Yay. Cool beans. All right, I'll call you right back. All right. Yay. What a nice Thanksgiving. Woo. All right. That was my mom. She had surgery today about 5:30, and we're waiting to find out, how she's doing. And she just called me from Bermuda, and she is doing great. She had hip surgery, and I'm so happy. You can call her, and I'm so excited that she is doing well. She's live talking, and hey, woo, because you never know the anesthesia. Sometimes just the weirdest things can happen. But we're gonna have a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow. Mom came through with surgery. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. So, that said, I knew I was overweight, but I just didn't do anything about it. Would take pictures, I'll hide behind somebody, or I'll wear certain colors to kind of sabotage it. When I walk, everything jiggled, and I know I wasn't healthy, but I didn't do anything about it. I see people my age, they're walking, they're limping, they're dragging their legs, they're driving around with motorized vehicles. But I see it out, and I still didn't do anything about it. Until one day, the Lord told me to get on that scale. And when I did, I saw that number, 203 pounds. I said, oh, no, that can't. My scale is broken. Ain't no way. I weigh 203. But I got on the scale 3 times, and I weighed 203 pounds. I could not believe it because I said I would never, ever weigh 200 pounds. Not me, not the kid. But that was me. I lied to myself. I weighed 200 pounds. I was like, dang, what do I do? The Lord immediately answered me and told me go to the computer. So I did. I got on the computer. And I didn't know what I was looking for, but I just strolled anyway. Just strolling, being obedient. And I found this school that resonated with my heart. And I signed up that night. And I took the course. At the end of the course, I became an integrated nutrition health coach. So, but meanwhile, during the course was going on, I was, following this courses and doing what I was supposed to do. I was doing the eating stuff. I lost 20 pounds, but I didn't even know I lost 20 pounds. I was just eating food, eating the right food. And just dropped 20 pounds. Didn't even realize it. But I wasn't doing everything I was supposed to do, y'all. And keep it 100. I wasn't doing the exercise because I didn't like to sweat. Nope. I like sweating, do dancing. That's really about it. But I said, no, let me stop playing. And I started incorporating different ways to make myself do physical health. I went to the gym, but I did the group classes because I was kind of intimidated with all the equipment. I didn't really know how to use the weights and all machines. So I went to the group classes. I started slow. I got stronger, more confident. So now I go out in the weight room and lift the weights and do the machines. I'm good, but I had to build my confidence up because I didn't really know what was going on. I was kind of intimidated. So I lost 30 pounds. So I lost 50 pounds altogether. And I said, you know what? If I can do it, then I'll show other people how I do it. And that's how I started Stay Sexy Wellness. Let me see if I catch anybody today on here. If anybody is in, let's see if I catch anybody in Facebook country. Let's see. I have to look later, I guess, but I'll check it later on. See if I can find anybody here. But it is all good. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, I see Strong Island in the house. Hey, Strong Island, how you doing? Hey, how everybody doing over there? Let's see if anybody here. I know everybody's just doing that shopping and getting it on. Okay. So anywho, I'm going to keep continuing on. So tonight's topic is called Healthy Holidays. Healthy Holidays. And the reason why I decided to do this particular topic is what holiday time is here. People are happy, they're just shopping, and they're spending time with their family, and we all have them special family recipes. We have macaroni and cheese, might have red velvet cake, all those special cakes. You might have a gingerbread cake. All that stuff is fun, and we all have a good time making it and sharing it with our loved ones and our family friends. But it's most of the stuff we eat, guys, is kind of sugary. We have to kind of watch that a little bit. We want to be mindful. Nothing wrong with having healthy treats, but we have to be mindful and just don't overdo it. We don't want to overdo it. And then at the end of the season, we gained 5 to 10 pounds. So we want to be mindful of that. So I just want to talk about the subject tonight about healthy holiday choices and how we maybe can substitute some of the sugary things. Before we start, let me give you a little statistics here. Okay, so if you have a favorite recipe, because somebody might have, let's say, gingerbread. I mentioned that sweet potato pie, sweet potato pudding, corn pudding, rum cake, red velvet, better than sex cake, all kind of stuff. You can put in the chat. I'm curious what type of family special recipes that you guys share. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the sugar. How much are we consuming? Okay. So there's a trend in the 1700s. The individuals consumed about 4 pounds a year. In the 1800s, there was about 18 to 22 pounds each person per year. In the 1900s, on a little high, about 90 pounds per person per year. It's a lot of sugar. In the late 1900s, it peaked. It was like 111 per year. So it peaked pretty much, and most of it is because of the corn syrup. They introduced, I guess, high fructose corn syrup was kind of introduced in a lot of food, and that was caused the spike. So currently, in our present day consumption, the average American consumes about 80 pounds of sugar annually. That's roughly 99 grams, which is about 24 teaspoons a day. 24 teaspoons a day. And this is significantly higher than the American Heart Association recommended. They recommend 6 to 9 teaspoons per day. So going 24, 6 to 9, that's way over. So that's what I'm saying. The statistics is kind of high. So what's contributing to that? They're saying that increase of processed foods, because a lot of hidden sugar in the processed food, and sugary drinks like sodas. Soda consists of 33% of the sugar consumption. So out of all that sugar, a lot of it, majority of it is in sugar. So sugar is in soda. Excuse me. Also, like I mentioned, high fructose corn syrup we have a high corn stat. So we have high fructose corn syrup is high in sugar. We have cane sugar, beet sugar, and corn sugars. Those are the sugars that we have to, these are added sugars, okay, that we have to watch out. So it says consumption increased over 1,000%, contributing to the overall increase in sugar intake. So this is what's happening. It said even though we peaked in 1999, the decline in sugar consumption has slowed down a little bit. And some studies showed that the certain areas like sugar sweetened beverages, especially among children and adolescents. So basically that's what it is. It went down a little bit because I guess the parents are doing a better job of watching what the children are drinking, which is a good thing. Good job, parents. Good job. So some of the benefits of reducing sugar consumption. Well, less sugar, we have more energy. It reduces stress, both physically and mentally. It aids in weight management. It improves oral health because the sugar also can damage your teeth and lowers the risk of developing cavities and gum disease. Regulates the blood sugar, reduces your risk of many health issues such as obesity, diabetes, heart and liver disease, and cancer. And it may even improve acne and improve the skin. So that's a good thing. And may improve mental health, specifically lowering the risk of depression and anxiety and helping to stimulate mood. So that's very, very important why we should worry about our sugar, right? So I just want you to think about how much sugar you consume each day. Just want to be mindful, okay? Especially on the holidays. I know we're happy and don't want to, hang with our family. Just think about it. Maybe you might have one less bite or maybe half a pie, half a slice. Just think about it, okay? And take the time to look around how much carbohydrates and added sugar to your food and your drinks. And making the choices to reduce your sugar consumption can significantly improve your quality of life, as well as oral, mental, and overall health. So what's recommended? We talk about things that the sugars that we want to watch out for and reduce, but we also want to avoid chemicalized sugar, artificial sweeteners, and food with added sugar, because you'll see in the labels of added sugar. Okay, so we want to switch out. It's called gentle sweeteners. Gentle sweeteners, okay, like maple syrup, brown rice syrup, dried fruit, monk fruit, stevia, and barley malt. So I have mine. Monk fruit. Sometimes I use date syrup too. It's something different. So gentle sweeteners typically refer to sweetening brands that are mild in flavor, lack a strong aftertaste, and are well tolerated by the digestive system. Because some sweeteners, they give you some type of tummy problem. And then some sweeteners, they have an aftertaste. So that's what I'm saying. These particular ones I mentioned, they're not harmful on the digestive system, and the aftertaste is limited. Because that's why I like the monk fruit for me, because I don't really taste so much aftertaste. Okay, so the top three, they recommend it because of those three categories: the lack of aftertaste, mild in flavor, and digestive system. It's called Allulose, and some brands is called Wholesome Yum, monk fruit with erythritol, and they have different products. Like monk fruit is one of those type of brand. And then the third one, they say stevia. Those are the top three for as gentle sweeteners. Like I said before, it's important because of digestive sensitivity, flavor. So they're not so the aftertaste won't be so nasty. And also, pet safety. One of them, it says, I don't know how to pronounce it, but xylitol is highly toxic for dogs. So we got to watch out for that one. Okay. So now what I did, I took a recipe that I made, that I didn't make it, but it's called sweet potato bites. Sweet potato bites. So with this particular recipe, it calls for 4 sweet potatoes. You peel them and you slice them. You don't have to cook them, just slice them up, right? And what you do, you take some 2 tablespoons of butter and some maple syrup. So 2 tablespoons of melted butter and 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. Now you can substitute, because the butter, you can have like no salt butter, like no salt. You can substitute the butter for maybe something like coconut oil. So if not, you can use butter, fine. And then I use maple syrup. Now you can substitute the maple syrup as well. You can just use cinnamon. You can use date syrup. But you want some consistency that's going to make it stick together. Because basically, you're taking the butter mixture and the maple syrup, and then you're going to put that potatoes on a tray, and you're going to just not pour the butter, but just touch it with the little light touch of the butter and the maple. You just kind of light touching it, because you're going to put it in the oven, so you don't want them to burn. You just want a little light, right? Then you sprinkle a little teeny bit of salt. Now the salt, they say kosher salt, okay? But maybe you want to do Himalayan salt. You may want to do sea salt. You may want to do a product called no salt or new salt for those people who can't do salt. And I believe what the salt does, it makes something sweet taste sweeter. So that gives you that extra sweeter taste, okay? Just by a little teeny bit of salt. So then you put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and then you're gonna flip it over. And you're going to I didn't really dab too much, because, that little bit of that little butter sauce again, a little bit of salt, and then another 10 minutes. So total 20 minutes. Then you pull it out, and you put it on broil, right? You take it out, and then you get some, the recipe calls for marshmallows. So the marshmallows, though, has corn syrup? It has corn syrup in it. I think it's corn syrup. And it's not the healthiest corn syrup, but it has some. It's too sweet, right? So what I did, I substituted the marshmallows. Now they did have some vegan marshmallows, but I did research on that. They say they may not be so puffy, and they might not feel texturized. So what I did was I did a research, and I got some different type of marshmallows. These marshmallows are zero calories, zero sugar, and they are fueled with collagen and MCT oil. Okay, they feel like marshmallows. Got the straight. Tastes like marshmallows. They're sweet. It says they're keto, paleo, diabetic friendly, 0 net calories. This whole bag is 90 calories. So I substituted this for the sweetener that's in the regular marshmallows. It's good. Yum. Like it. So that was one of my substitutions. Okay. Then, so what you do, you put the marshmallow on top of the potato, and you put it in there for 1 minute, because basically you want it to melt. You want it to puff up, right? So then when you take it out of the oven, you put on a raw pecan. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can see it, but so it looks like this. So you got your sweet potato, you have your marshmallow, and then you have your pecan. It's good too. Love it. But then I also tried another substitution. I did. Instead of using, I used an apple. So I didn't put the marshmallow on this one. I substituted and I put apple and cinnamon. That's good too, because apple got a crunch. Yummy. For those who like, something different. I also did it with cinnamon and yellow raisins. That's good too. Yummy. My last one I did was, I did the typical just plain cinnamon. So you have all different ways you can, all different ways that you can change it up and make it different. Oh yeah. And this is another marshmallow I found. I found it interesting, right? This marshmallow, instead of the regular typical marshmallow, it comes like this. It's already, yeah. So it comes like this. You have to pour it on stuff. Just in case you want to try. It's called marshmallow cream, right? And it's vegan too. It says vegan. So instead of doing the marshmallow, you can do, this is vegan. You can do vegan style marshmallows. So I thought it was kind of cool. So that's my share this evening. I just wanted to give you some different things you can do for substitution. There's nothing wrong with having good meals for the holiday. I say good meals. I didn't say good meal day. One good meal, don't just have the whole day of eating unhealthy. Hey, how you doing? I see Washington, D.C. in the house. I see Jacksonville, Florida in the house. How y'all doing? Hey. So yeah, so I had fun today shopping. I really had fun today just trying to find ways to make something simple, easy. And then what's cute about these things? What's cute about them? You can have them as advertisement, little appetizers, and like children sometimes want to waste their food, right? And you get mad, they put in plate, don't eat it. These are real small. Look how little small they're. That's cute. It's like a couple of bite sizes. Yum. Yummy. So I hope that was something valuable today. So I'm going to come on next week. I'm going to come on each week. And just to give some different ideas on how to substitute different meals for the holiday. Different meals, snacks, drink, different things. So join me next week. And then you never know what I'm gonna say or do, right? I know. But I'm gonna come back next week and I'm gonna introduce something else from our special holiday food. And if you have some ideas, let me know. Put in the comment what are some of your favorite family recipes that you guys have. I know some people make some nice macaroni and cheese, just all different kind of fruit cake, all different kind of stuff. So I just want to take a recipe, take it apart, and just find some ways to substitute it to make it more healthier. So everybody can enjoy the holidays, but maybe just reduce a little bit of them calories. That's all I'm trying to do. So that we could be fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy. Love yourself from the inside out, right? That's what we all want to do. Well, I hope that was good for you. It's valuable. Please drop in the V if it's valuable. Let me see if I have anybody put any special recipes in here. Let's see. Oh, someone's hungry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. It's so good. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm being greedy. It's so good. Let me see anybody Instagram land here. Okay. But yeah. But it's really good, y'all. I'm telling you. And like I say, they're so cute. They're so small. And it's just neat. And you can put on your favorite treat. You might just want to put plain almonds or plain nuts. Whatever you want. It's okay. Up to you. It is your choice. Well, that's all I have for tonight. Stay well and healthy. But stay sexy wellness. Until next time, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it, y'all. Goodbye for now.